following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Looking over the buildings from over here, can I easily identify a sensor array? It is damaged. It is on top of the central building number 9. It's actually a 2-story. You can only see the top.
No, we only need the computer inside the building.
I left the generators intact, so maybe they didn't go in.
Willing to bet the sensor array is also where their communications go out. So shooting it was...
It's a joint thing, so they just basically damaged
to cut
it.
them off.
When you guys are entering the bottom leftmost number 6, you can make a listen check as soon as you enter the door there. Comments pull some more natural 20. That's 12.
That's better than me.
You hear something coming from the room to your right as you enter. Hard to make out what it is. Go over that door and lean closer. Make another listen check to determine what it is. You'll get paid. 21. It sounds like something crying. I've never heard a watcher cry.
What? This is the Sidewinders. Do you need a hand? We're here to rescue you. What's...
Try and get slightly louder.
Right. Cover me. Don't shoot unless it shoots first.
I'm on it. I'll step back so I can sort of watch it through the doorway once it opens.
So I'll activate barrier. And I'll go in.
Okay.
Guns down though, so well.
Okay, you can see there's a human woman lying on a bed with blood all around her head and soaked into the bed sheets, and she seems to have a small bundle or something that's making a very loud squalling noise.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I'll check the mother.
Right through between the eyes, basically. Savages.
Cool again. Yeah. Found one human. Good. Child. Oh. Not good. Mother is deceased. I'll bring her back to the ship now. Then I'll grab the child and grab things that I think a child needs. So,
a full rattle toy thing?
Yeah.
Breaching charge. This isn't covered in blood. That's about the only thing you see just there.
yeah. There'll be clean blankets or something on the shelves.
You can just go into a cupboard nearby and there's a clean blanket.
Right, I'll take this child. And right, we'll need to sweep the next room, next buildings.
With a baby in your arms.
You'll sweep the buildings. Just carry on do these last few buildings, and then we'll go take this back to them.
You don't see anything in the last 2 number 6 buildings, basically.
So we'll head back to the ship.
Logan wanted me to check the comms array.
We can't. We gotta go in pairs.
Wrong. You have to now just stay on the ship and look after a baby. Because someone has to, and you volunteered.
I never volunteered.
And the 3 of us will quickly sweep the buildings. Those two can travel together, and Locaine will be alone and invisible.
You have that benefit.
Alright, so we'll take
So I'll go back to the ship and turn on the screens and watch us all from
Told
there.
you no mind babies leaving.
So we're going to the second story building because that's where we.
So we're moving
Okay.
to the central building. Find
So
the,
number 9 and 10, that's sort of
like we can either get in from the top or from.
I'm like,
I think
just
just
load of
these.
it.
You don't really climb so good, so bottom level it is.
Yeah. I need to get some heights training.
Right. I'm just going to walk over to that building with them.
So you're going right up to the roof, is it?
We'll sweep
Yeah.
the ground floor.
Yep.
You sweep the ground floor? Okay. You actually get to the roof quicker thanks to the ground.
Yeah. Wind.
There's nothing much on the roof except for a broken sensor array. Okay.
The sensor array looks like it's been shot with some kind of weapon.
Probably like a larger weapon up there.
A heavy weapon, probably ship-mounted. I'm going down into the second story now.
We're moving in to clear the ground floor. I'm gonna make a listen check, see if I can hear any sounds of life.
I'll swing into that second floor and start looking for the...
Okay, so if you're going into the one directly...
Well, the one that the sensor is on, so
Yeah,
more like
exactly on there. First thing you notice is there's a dead vulture lying on the ground.
Yeah, only good round.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of kneel down beside it a bit and make sure there's nothing else around with an intensive, tactically oriented scan of my eyeballs and everything else. 23.
Don't see anything that's
Right, let's
quiet.
examine the vulture here.
Vulture have been shot up like a crossfire going across like that, you'd say. You're not sure if it kicked up or was down, but
Equipment?
Omnitool,
Gone. Mine.
his armor, which is a bit shredded up, and that's pretty much it. Not even his whatever weapon he might have been using is not even on him anymore.
Right, moving on.
Meanwhile, downstairs.
And I'm going to be reading doors, looking for colonist offices, administrator's office, pushing the door open with the tip of the gun.
So
scan
which
room.
way are you guys entering into that section?
Should be going through.
Seven?
There's 2 sevens.
Oh yeah, north 7 or south 7.
We'll go through South 7. I'll be primarily focusing on running the motion detector on my Omni tool.
That's actually not a dumb idea. Forgot we had those.
I did too until you went up on the roof.
It's just some kind of vestibule number 7.
Ah, is everything...
Thank God we're not in some weird freak place. This is something worth fighting for.
Yeah. And then I'm guessing you're moving up into 9.
Mm-hmm.
9 appears to be some kind of laboratory.
Ooh.
No.
Get the iridium.
You would actually see there's things that have been knocked over, but apart from that, there's not really that much in here. It's just a bit of a mess. Okay, back to Logan. This will probably be moved on by the time you guys move on to wherever you go
Yeah,
next.
I'll continue on to my objective, continuing to look around for guys, was it? Guys. Particularly any
There's a-
barricaded up doors I'm looking for.
There's an exit to the north that you can see leads back outside to a ramp that goes back down to the first floor, or there's a door to the south. Oh, and there's a staircase that leads down to the floor directly below you too.
Oh, there's no rooms up here?
You're in a room.
Oh, what is in this room? Just a vulture.
A watcher and just some lab equipment and communications equipment.
Okay.
This would have been tied into the communications.
Right, so that's what I want to look at. Let's have a look at that. I have found a computer. Is it going?
Yeah. It's got these errors up because some things can't work with the Like
Okay.
no signal
Is
errors
it
or
in any
that.
way locked out?
No, doesn't appear to be any locks on it.
Right, okay, so can I access the sensor logs from here?
Yes.
So about 3 days ago, there was a ship.
It picked up something coming into the system and then leaving.
How much
And then it's
detail?
gonna-
How much detail can I get out of that?
It just picked up it was a ship, but it doesn't have any other further details on what it was. It's more just like a radar ping.
Comms log.
Somebody tried to communicate with it, but there was no response. Similar things only, 12 hours ago?
The
12, 13 hours ago?
sensor logs would have detected the vector it left in.
Hmm.
Can I get that information and the information of the ship that came in and left?
Yeah. Okay, it's only got so far that it can scan.
Yeah, that's
Then
fair
you
enough.
have to roll. It's the same trajectory that you guys would have arrived in, so you assume that it's heading to the relay.
So it's most likely that that was a scout. So the previous one, it just sort of kept. There wasn't like a swooping vector or anything. It just kept.
Well, the previous one is only has the exit trail with your actual analysis of the trail.
So it might have come
Because
from
it's
elsewhere.
dissipated beyond
Yeah,
that. Like,
yeah.
Trish couldn't pick up anything beyond that because it's very light.
Doesn't hurt to ask. But this is a sensor log, so
Yeah.
it might have detected it coming in. The older
It
ship.
can't pick up the trail. All it can pick up is where the signal was.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm asking, is the signal like or is it like a curve or what? What was its approach and exit profile?
It was basically like it seemed to stick around for like an hour and then it.
Oh, that's sus as fuck. Righto, that's what I wanted to know from there. Okay, so that console's there. Okay, what else? What other kinds of information are in here? It's just that stuff, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Lab computers.
there's a few. Yeah, they're mostly got just laboratory information on some of the stuff they're doing there. Mostly related to analysing the samples from the ocean that they get nearby.
Doesn't look like anything was taken.
It'd be hard to tell because anybody could just, with the right equipment, just make a copy of something that was not necessarily way.
Oh no, I mean looking around, do I see like, oh, there's a very important set of stuff, and it's just not there.
No, I mean the stuff that's smashed. and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
there,
okay. Right. I'm gonna fire off the big bulge radar that I have. It's got a good 1,000 yards on it. So let's see who's got what.
You pick up the power generators. But that is pretty much.
So I don't even detect these two chuckle bucks moving.
Well, aside from your people, yeah, but I assume you've got a
Filter.
if you've got a filter or you know where they are. So
Yeah. So there's no one here.
you can't pick up anybody.
Continue searching for a bit. I'm going to have a look around outside by using my survival skill to look at footprints.
Yeah, I'm interested in why they came here. I might take through this lab a little bit.
See what you can find out, but it looks like people.
Do you still want us to stay in here or spread out and check something?
I'm not detecting any movement, but that doesn't mean there isn't anything.
I'll take the rest of his south.
As you wish. Remember, regular contact.
I want to start delving into any files I can find, the computers.
The room
samples.
in 9 is mostly the computers are all. They're not really so much computers as dedicated electronic analysis devices. So this is mostly a lab where they put samples in and then the computers just analyze things and report back. So there's not a lot of information on here.
What kind of samples are they putting through? Is it a lot of the same stuff?
Seawater, vegetation, aquatic life that they come across. There's different stations dedicated to different aspects.
And none of the findings are displayed here. Rather,
I mean, they do have records of findings, like
anything highlighted or like tagged as priority.
not really.
Now, if I head across over into 8, what can we see through the windows into 8?
You
It's a
see,
second-story towerish building.
yeah, you can peer in the front door, or one of the doors, and you will see there are 2 human bodies lying on the ground. It appears to be a medical bay.
Got a medical bay, two more human casualties tag.
Yeah, 2 more human females lying on the ground.
Just a deal.
Advance in, sweep, nudge the bodies with the end of the assault rifle, and then kneel down to check them.
They're both just dressed like scientists would be.
Do we have an estimate on how many people should be here?
None, but you guys just choose there to find out if you got a log of all residents.
Take Omni doors off both of them. I don't know how to sweep. So it's a second story thing, so I'll advance up the second story to see if anything's up there.
Yeah. Well, you're getting up there. You're just continuing in.
I want to
line.
look around for. I'm kind of going to check for like an admin area of some kind. So I'm like looking for a non-research.
industrial. This is purely dedicated to research.
Then I'll pop outside and move to. You went to 8, right?
Yep. And then I was going to move down to 3 and check one next to it.
Then I'll move up to 11. Yeah. Report that up. I'm going to check the last remaining building that Rose is heading towards.
Okay, well you get there. What's Slugging doing next?
I believe I was moving outside to look at the ground.
On the landing point?
No, because the landing point would have been dusted clean.
Hmm.
I want to look around the buildings near the entryways and such that are from the landing ground to look for print types using my survival skill.
Spearing it, doing a quick look here, so forward.
Yeah.
Is that 2 again?
There's definitely disturbance of drag marks and indents.
Oh, okay. Hang on a minute.
And some of the.
Hang on a minute. That dead vulture.
Yes.
I want to go back up and I want to like get a measured image of its foot,
Before
and then use that to compare marks to see if there's any that aren't.
yeah.
Forensics can do.
I'm already using it.
There's a vulture in the in one of the admin in the prefab buildings.
Cool. I mean, I've got one that I encountered too,
Yeah, I'm just trying.
but I'm just looking for a vulture print so I can compare it to everything around it to see if there's any not vulture or human print.
Yeah. Just in case the dump vulture's there.
Now, while he's getting the vulture print, Zalo, you will come across there's a human on. See right below 11, there's that catwalk thing leading
Yep.
up to it. Just at the top of the stairs, there's another dead human female.
We haven't seen a single dead human male
No,
yet.
we haven't.
Unless
That's
the ones
weird.
in the mid
They're
bay
better
were,
for work.
I think they were just mentioned as humans.
No, the ones in the mid bay were.
Both female.
There is.
That's odd. There's only dead women.
Yep.
Including the one on the bed. who was
They left a
executed.
child.
Executed.
There's no men. Are these the SJW bandits?
Okay, so you get your foot sample.
Yep.
You don't find anything upstairs, by the way.
Also, I'm looking for any bloody footprints who's stepped through blood or something. And anything non-vulture and non-human I want to notice instantly.
Yeah. In fact, Rosa, I would say yours, that room up the top part of the medical thing is like, that's about the only room that hasn't been disturbed. It looks like fresh. Like everything's fine.
Looks like they didn't even bother up here.
Check under the beds. And in the cupboards. And
So
in the secret vault hole.
I'm watching all their feeds at the same time, so if I spot anything, I'll be.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Look at where were the generators located?
I'll update your map.
2 in central and 1 on the edge of the base.
Yeah, they're looking at that, basically. They're those big...
The big grey things?
Yeah.
Thing is, you will have an update from, that's one of the upgrades I put in your Omni tool, you'll have an update from when I fired off the big bulge radar, so that would have automatically propagated to yours so you can see what I've seen.
Roll whenever you're ready.
Okay, here we go. Natural 20.
There we go.
Get fucked. I'm talking to the dice.
Yeah.
It's like, what? You could have just done that the first time.
Yeah, you pick up mixes of... Because you got a natural 20, you pick up... There are Krogan footprints.
Ah, that's what I wanted.
There are Vulture footprints. There are humans being dragged. Sort of marks.
I know what those look like because I've stacked cordwood. This is Blood Pack. I don't know if Loghain knows about them. Or if they exist back then. The orange-red paint on the ship, old, inefficient, mixed Krogan and Vultures, taking mainly men. This is Blood Pack, isn't it? Does Loghain know about Blood Pack? Okay, so I'm going to be like...
It looks like we have mixed Krogan and Vorcha dragging away human heel marks. It's got that very distinctive human boot dragging through dirt thing that I've seen too many times before. And it's usually Krogan and Vorcha doing the dragging. So that looks like some kind of Krogan Vorcha gang.
Okay, check my logic. Every casualty we've done so far is female.
This could be a worker slave grab or a food grab. They left the child behind, so they're not interested in raising one to maturity. They won't current. Does anyone seen any, like, disturbance of science experiments or theft of stuff?
There was some things knocked over in the main lab, but that was about it.
So it doesn't look like they were interested in that. Their ship is old and poorly maintained, so they're not smart.
You'd be hard pressed to keep those engines running clean either way, but
So, if we assume this is a gang of Vorcha and Krogan, where would they most likely hang out and go?
Where's the closest Krogan settlement from here?
Trish?
Long way
That's what I'm
away.
asking, Trish.
I think they were going, they kind of gone far.
Wait a minute.
How much does that ship, how much fuel can that ship carry?
Where's the
My
nearest...
estimates, the ship would probably have to make a stop at somewhere like the Citadel in order to refuel before moving on.
You fucking kidding? The Citadel?
Is it the closest place it would have to? Could it not stop anywhere else?
Trish,
Yes, like
send a message. Patch me through to...
Sergeant.
Shut the comms off from these guys. Patch me through to Sergeant Sadami.
I just said the White House.
White Council. Yeah, patch me through to that.
Of course, Loghain.
Yes,
Captain Dentes,
yes.
I am at a human colony on Muniu. There has been an attack by Krogan and Vorcha here. It appears they have taken males and females. The nearest most likely refueling point for their incredibly inefficient ship design is the Citadel. I'm sending you some information on a ship type and color scheme and possible crew composition. If you could possibly investigate if such a ship, which would have left in the last 11 to 12 hours, left here, location, has stopped at the Citadel or is currently there.
I will get
It is
onto
possible
that
they
straight
are
away.
holding living or dead humans.
Get onto that straight away and get right back to you.
Thank you. We will continue to investigate here and follow with other possibilities.
I'll send the sample through on that same message, just so it'll pop up on this thing.
The thing is, if this gets away from us, I know someone on Omega who thinks they owe us one.
Yeah.
So you're sending, this is the sample of you guys got from the bottom of the treads, basically. The landing gear.
When you returned to the ship with her, did you put the sample of the paint in so that the ship could analyze it too?
Yep.
That is one.
Send that as well then.
I'm given to understand from police forensics officers that specific paint compositions used on cars, at least, and I know about future spaceships, are like fingerprints.
Yep.
It's like you could really narrow it down from a paint sample. But apparently, you can't find a single blocky white four-wheel drive with a broken headlight.
I'm heading to 3 and then sweep the room next to it.
Really, okay. 3 is a kitchen. There's
Okay,
nothing in here except signs that pots and pans have been knocked on before.
Refrigerator. Baby
Oh.
bottle?
Pots and pans. Low gang.
Yes.
Baby bottle.
Oh,
Get an adult bottle too.
grab
Going to
formula while you're there
Omega?
too.
There's nothing in 11, Zalo. Just
Because
although, if you're wanting to check your administrative computer stuff, this would be in place.
Sweet.
yeah, I'm watching
So that's what I'm going to check. I would just want to get
I was already looking for the kitchen.
just bring up
for
a,
Yeah.
what would you call it, a roster of the
I
people
also
there.
want to set the
Also get a
generators
blueprint of the
onto a
place and
power
look for an
standby
emergency
load
shelter
so
or bolt
that
hole.
If people come
Mm.
back to this
Yeah,
colony,
that'd be
it hasn't burnt up the
Yeah.
No listing of an emergency shelter. 22 inhabitants.
22 else.
And how many bodies have we found? And have any of them been our thread?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How many males?
What are on the list, or
Yeah.
13?
So there's only. If none of the males are here, then there's still 3 bodies to find. Although, what is the child? Was there only one baby?
The child was not listed in the manifest according to that.
It was.
Send the data of the person that she was with, so we can find the Mexican police. Actually, send me the whole data.
You can link the woman, because you would have seen her face. Priscilla Webb was her name. There's also a David Webb on listed in under the males. So you could maybe make a connection there.
Yeah, it's likely their child. I'll push my way through the rest of the building. I assume all the 7s are vestibules?
Yes.
Can I make a suggestion over open comms?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone's had a decent look around here. I'd like you all to analyze the pattern of resistance and see if you could determine if there was a central fallback point or place where people might have gone to hide. Tiala, use the ship, use Trish as well to try and see if there's a convenient forested or cave location where people may be hiding close by.
You hear that, Trish?
Acknowledged.
Best ship.
Thank you, Logan.
Off.
And then I will proceed to do that as well, as I believe would be a tactics role. Because I know it's something we all have. Is that 2 again? Fuck, I swear I roll more of these than 4s.
Yeah. I assume 4 is going to be like a commissary. I want to see if they use that for a fallback point.
28.
10.
It's like a mess hall / meeting.
Yeah, but lots of things you could throw up as a barricade. So
You find another body there,
one more KA.
another human female. Looks like they were basically gunned down as soon as it looks like they were heading towards the door, you could probably say, and then were come down as soon as it opens. But just the way they're positioned and everything.
No hold point in the mass hall. One more KIA. And then I'll check the bathrooms to make sure.
Zolo, yeah. There's nobody in the bathroom. Zolo, where are you heading? I'm guessing you're heading up to 10 and then across to 12, is it?
Yeah, and I got a 22 for my tactics roll to sort of assess any path of resistance if there is any. But I haven't found any people here apart from the one outside so far.
Until you get to 12, you find another human woman lying down in blood.
So I got 28 for the overview.
The nearest, there aren't any, big, large bodies of vegetation for a long tough way. The closest thing to a cave is 5 kilometers away.
I'll relay the information back.
One thing, just on review. Were the kitchen raided at all? So these raiders did not take any food or anything out of the...
No, the actual kitchen supplies were not raided.
That's a little odd.
Yeah. You think at least some vulture
Okay.
looting in there.
Does this place have an armory or it's like a storehouse for non-food things?
You haven't found it yet, but not every building has been gone into, so...
Well, that's their job.
We're so far assuming that all the males are gone, and there should be.
I'm gonna head out towards that cave share identified looking for tracks as I go.
Yeah, there's still some upper levels that haven't been explored, and the other main one is 1 and 2.
Yep,
No
that's
basements?
2 and 1 are
Mind you, they're
the order I'll
prefabs.
be going to.
What upper levels haven't been searched yet? Oh, I see. The building I'm in has an upper level. No, maybe.
They're not on the map. The shadow indicates, you can probably see a shadow, it indicates there's some upper levels.
This attached to the central area.
Yes, I'll move to that one, I guess.
There's only one way to stop Labor's taxes.
This is ridiculous. This is horrible.